My name is Alex Warren, and I play volleyball for Mississippi State. And I am a Hurricane Katrina survivor. I was born in New Orleans, Louisiana, the youngest of 5 kids. Growing up, I didn't have a lot of things in New Orleans. I didn't really get to experience the city, but I do remember I loved beignets. It was the best part. And I went to a small Christian school, John Curtis, where all the kids would always play kickball. It was a fun childhood, but there was a lot of struggles growing up. To go to the private school, my mom had to work without pay for me and my older siblings to go to the school. There were a few times when we were homeless, we had to stay in a neighbor's house, and before the storm hit, we stayed in my Big Daddy's house, my mom's father. He had died. We stayed there in the one room, sleeping on the floor and in the king-size bed, and it wasn't a very happy time. I remember loving my family. It was all I had, but it's not something that you look back on and say, wow, I was really happy. When the storm hit, it was actually the day before school / the morning of. The Mayor Ray Nagin talks about evacuating, but we couldn't afford it, so we couldn't go. And I remember waking up sweating because it was so hot, and I was sleeping on the floor, and I remember looking at the little clock. Nothing was on, and I remember everyone was scrambling and like, get up, and I'm on the floor, and they like pick me up and throw me on the bed. My eyes are groggy, and you see the water rising, and I just see my yellow polka dot flip-flops just floating, and then they're just saying, okay, we've got to get them up to the attic, And we're up there, and all you hear is just like the shingles coming off and just all this water, and it's still rising, and you think the roof is coming off. And then one of my sisters, Chrissy, she starts praying. And in that moment, all I remember thinking about is we're gonna die. One of my uncles opens up an opening in the attic, and we're looking out, and we just see like all the wind, and it's so loud, and you hear the shingles coming off, and it goes on for hours. I don't know, it felt like forever. And then it stops finally, and you sleep, and you could put your hand out and touch the water. It smelled really bad, like sewage. And then we all climbed on the roof. It was too hot in there. And so we're just sitting on the shingles, waiting, nothing for a good while. And then a boat comes. You're literally thinking about, I'm alive. We go to the convention center. We walked outside in front of the convention center, and all you see is all these buses just going, like leaving all of us there. And no one was saving us. And I think that's when the looting started. My family, we only got what we needed food-wise. My parents were really good at keeping us really sane. Inside the convention center the next day, it smelled like urine, and you hear like screams at night sometimes, hearing girls being raped, you don't know. I don't know still. Finally, they got us on school buses and we drove to the airport. I think shortly before that, they told us that we were going to San Antonio. And that was the first time I heard of it. But when I got in San Antonio, it was really hard for me to adjust. I got bullied, and I guess I didn't act a certain way that people thought I should act in. So I was teased for that. I was too tall. I talked too differently. I wasn't this enough, wasn't that enough, and it was hard, and I hated it. And I was angry, and I was always angry and sad. But I do feel that that experience going in and how shocking it was for me, and just the whole experience of the storm changed me, made me a different person. But I do think that it made me stronger. I don't expect the small things. I believe in myself because I came from this. I came from nothing to where there was no future for me. So now I'm here playing volleyball. Now people know this story about me, not even all my teammates, but my mom told me this, and really what influenced me to come out with the story was that someone can be seeing you, some little girl, maybe from New Orleans, who's in the Ninth Ward, and maybe it's a little different than everyone else. Maybe has aspirations different from everyone else. And she sees this video, and I want her to know that you can be whoever you want to be. There's no stopping that. I mean, a natural disaster could not get rid of me. So I don't think anything will.